The deep dive is back, and today we are tackling a question that I think sits right at the center of every small business owner's anxiety.
Oh, for sure.
Does high-frequency LinkedIn posting, we're talking 7 days a week, actually generate business?
Or is it just a fast track to complete and total burnout?
Exactly. Is it a genius strategy or just overkill?
Well,
Isn't
it's
it?
the ultimate efficiency question, isn't it? Especially for consultants and solopreneurs. Today, we're diving deep into the core strategy behind this.
Okay.
Our sources lay out this incredible guide, breaking down the psychology, the strategy, and the actual practical content mix you need to make this work.
And not just to post daily, but to build a real, reliable business pipeline from it.
That's the goal.
And that's our mission for you today, to walk away with a clear roadmap for this. High frequency, but low pressure, turning that daily presence into a genuine competitive advantage.
Let's get straight to the findings.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Huh.
The first finding really sets the stage completely. The research says, pretty unequivocally, yes, posting daily works, but not for the reason you think. And that caveat, that's everything, isn't it?
It is, because the psychological barrier, the thing that leads directly to burnout, is this idea that you have to become a high-effort content creator.
Right, like a full-time YouTuber or something.
Exactly. And that is the wrong mindset for a consultant or a business owner. Your goal isn't to publish 365 viral think pieces a year.
No.
Your goal is to generate inbound conversations and build a robust sales pipeline.
So that distinction is it's critical. We're not aiming for perfection.
Not at all. We're aiming for persistence.
Because if you try to write a 1,000-word essay every single day, you're going to crash and burn by, what, Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely. The model that works is high frequency, low pressure, and personality driven. So instead of perfect high production
We're
content,
creating, what's the term? Minimum viable content.
exactly, content that just shows up consistently. And under that model, daily posting becomes this huge strategic advantage because you're just always visible.
You're always reinforcing your niche.
And we found in the research that LinkedIn fundamentally rewards that persistence. Consistency, not the quality of any one single post, is the foundation.
It's the non-negotiable part that gets the algorithm to even notice you.
Well, think about the algorithm's main job. It's just classification and prioritization.
Okay.
When you post consistently, even simple thoughts, you're signaling two really crucial things to the platform. One, you're an active, valuable user.
And two,
And two, exactly which niche you own. It lets the algorithm classify you faster and push your content to the right people.
that makes so much sense. The more data points you feed the machine about what you do, the better it gets at sending traffic your way.
Precisely.
So for those of you listening, if you've tried to post daily, what was the biggest barrier for you? Was it the creative pressure or just finding the time? Let us know in the comments below.
And that daily presence is so crucial because it triggers this specific, reliable chain reaction.
A chain reaction that leads to business.
Directly to inbound business, yeah, without you having to do constant cold outreach.
So let's get tactical. How does that consistency actually translate into a tangible opportunity? I mean, we know the algorithm likes it, but how fast does that turn into a real human interaction?
It happens through this predictable kind of three-step domino effect.
Okay.
Step one is just fundamental. More posts equals more impressions.
Simple math.
It is. Every single time you post, no matter how quick, it's a new lottery ticket, a chance to appear in someone's feed, in search results, in the people also viewed box.
It's an exposure multiplier.
Right. And it builds daily familiarity.
Hmm.
And familiarity in business, that breeds trust.
Which I'm guessing leads right into step two.
Exactly. Step two, more impressions equals more profile views. This is the curiosity trigger. People see your name pop up 4 or 5 days in a row, and they start to think, wait, who is this person? Why are they always here?
And they click on your profile.
They click over to see your headline and what you do.
And then the critical conversion point, step three.
Step three, more views equals more conversations. This is where the pipeline actually forms. Those profile views convert.
Into what?
Into inbound DMs, into really specific connection requests, into actual business inquiries. You've basically let the platform pre-qualify your leads for you.
Instead of you having to push messages out into the void.
Yes. That is the true competitive edge. You're not trying to compete with national influencers.
You're competing with the silence of your local competitors.
That's it. Most local consultants, small business owners, they post, sporadically? Maybe once every couple of weeks.
If that.
Your consistent presence just makes you the immediate, reliable standout. You become the default expert in your network just by showing up.
Okay, you mentioned something earlier that I found really interesting, that the audience shifts depending on the day of the week.
It does, dramatically.
So why does posting daily matter beyond just volume? Why can't I just pack 7 posts into 3 huge ones midweek?
Because you miss entire mindsets. When you show up every single day, you are guaranteed to reach these different high-value groups of people who are each in a different frame of mind.
Let's break down those segments. The research had names for them, right?
It did. First, think of your Monday warriors.
Okay, Monday warriors.
These are the business owners, the department heads who are deep in operations. They're structuring their week, tackling immediate problems. They need actionable, clear solutions.
So on Monday, you're not talking about some 5-year strategy.
No, you're talking about, here are 3 compliance issues you need to fix this week. Pain points. Quick fixes.
Got it. Then you have the midweek browsers.
Tuesday through Thursday, this is, peak corporate time. The research suggests this is prime time for topics on team building, culture, recruiting.
The big picture people decisions.
Exactly, because that's what's top of mind for executives when they're in the thick of it.
That makes perfect sense. And then the one I think most people miss.
The weekend reflectors. These are your high-level executives, your founders, solopreneurs. They've finally carved out some quiet time to catch up on deeper strategic content.
They're looking for big picture strategy.
Yes. So, if you miss Saturday or Sunday, you miss that entire reflective, high-value decision-making group.
And this daily presence, it just instantly builds local authority. If a potential client sees you 6 or 7 days a week and your competitor once a month, the choice is obvious.
The relationship is halfway built before you even have a conversation.
The trust is already there.
And for relationship-driven services like benefits consulting, financial planning, that cumulative effect is everything. Trust isn't built by one spectacular post. It's built by repeated, reliable presence.
But the shadow hanging over all of this is sustainability.
The burnout question.
Yes. If we have to show up 7 days a week, how do we do it without crashing? We need the blueprint. We need that sustainable weekly mix.
This is where the strategy gets really actionable. The research provides a fantastic, structured 7-post rhythm that manages your energy by varying the effort.
A 3-tiered system, right?
Exactly. 3 tiers of content creation.
Okay, let's define these tiers. Let's use an example. Say, a business strategy consultant.
Perfect. So first, you aim for 3 high-value posts a week. These are your real expertise showcases.
The heavy hitters.
Right. For a business consultant, that might be a detailed analysis of a market trend, a deep dive on Q4 planning, something that only you could write. It positions you as a thought leader.
So these take maybe 45 minutes of real focus, and they land on, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to catch those warriors and browsers.
Exactly. They take the most energy, but they build the most authority. Then you mix in 2 medium posts.
Okay, what's a medium post?
Engaging, but way less draining. Think stories from your work.
Like an anonymized client success story.
Perfect. Or a post about community involvement, or just a quick practical tip on project management. These build that human connection.
So they break up the really intense, high-value content.
They do. And finally, the lifesavers, the 2 light posts.
Low effort, high personality.
Yes, this is where you connect authentically. It could be an image with a funny industry observation, a simple poll, or that thoughtful Sunday reflection that captures the weekend reflector mindset.
I love that rhythm. It's key because it keeps the content fresh,
Yeah.
the workload is actually manageable, and you're hitting all those different audience mindsets.
And you cover everything. Business insights, industry education, humor, personality, reflection.
But critically, it manages the mental hurdle. You know that on Friday, if you're exhausted, you just need a quick, light observation, not a dissertation.
That psychological relief is what prevents the burnout.
Speaking of sustainability, we've just covered the entire sustainable roadmap for mastering LinkedIn consistency, from the algorithm mechanics to the exact 7-day content mix you need to implement.
And if you want more strategies like this unpacked and simplified for you,
Make sure you subscribe to the NCW AbbyDev YouTube channel so you don't miss all the new stuff we have coming out.
okay, let's challenge the premise of that mix for a second.
Go for it.
If we're aiming for high professional authority, isn't there a risk that posting 2 light posts a week, a casual Sunday thought, dilutes that authority?
That's a great question. That makes you look less serious.
Right. And the research addresses this directly. Dilution only happens if all your content is light.
Ah, the ratio is key.
It is. When 3 of your 7 posts are genuinely high value, The two light posts don't dilute you, they humanize you.
They turn the cold expert into the trusted human expert.
Exactly. Clients need to know you're smart, that's the high-value posts, but they also need to know they can work with you. That's the light posts. It establishes chemistry.
That totally reframes the light category for me. It's not filler, it's necessary relationship building.
It is.
Okay, let's talk about a specific part of that. The weekend. Conventional wisdom has always said weekend posting is a waste of time. Does the research agree with that?
It absolutely pushes back on that idea hard.
Really?
Yes. While the sheer volume of traffic on LinkedIn might be a bit smaller on weekends, the quality of that traffic is measurably higher.
Higher quality. For consultants and B2B services, you mean?
Specifically for them, yes.
So who are these high-quality people we're reaching in that quieter weekend window?
You're reaching two really valuable segments. First, strategic executives, C-suite people who are finally catching up and planning away from the flood of emails.
And the second group?
The determined small business owners and solopreneurs who are working on their business, not just in it.
Wow, so those are high-value decision makers in a reflective, open-minded state.
Precisely. The strategic value of weekend posts is reaching them when they have the mental bandwidth to actually think deeply, to absorb your insights, not just skim them during a rushed Tuesday lunch break.
You want your most thoughtful content to land when they're in that reflection mode.
Maybe on a Sunday morning as they're planning their week ahead. It's a crucial window.
So what does this all mean? We started with the question of genius versus burnout, and it seems the answer is all in the strategy.
It is. Adopting that three-tiered sustainable approach is everything. Daily posting isn't about raw content output.
It's about presence.
It's about consistent presence and leveraging behavioral patterns. The core message is this: people follow patterns. Your consistency creates trust.
And if you vanish for 3 days, you break that pattern.
You break that trust. And when a potential client is finally ready to buy, which is usually triggered by some external event, not your sales pitch.
Your continuous familiar presence just makes you the obvious, trusted choice. You've been there all along, educating them.
The key is just what we detailed. Keep showing up, keep mixing the content between high value and low effort, and make sure that mix is sustainable for you.
Your consistency is your competitive moat.
It protects you from everyone else who only shows up sporadically.
So, building on that light post concept, those low-effort, high-personality posts that build chemistry, what is one genuine, quick thought or reflection you could share tomorrow morning? Something to make yourself the visible one in your professional network. It doesn't need to be a thesis, just a quick insight.
That's a great question for everyone listening to consider right now.
We really want to hear what you think. Let us know in the comments below which part of that 7-day mix, the high-value posts, the medium stories, or the light reflections, you plan to implement first to start building your pipeline.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.
I'll catch you next time.